Atlassian taking a hit today. Starbucks taking a hit. So we rallied up. Rallied up to kind of a dangerous place in the markets. They got their fill down here at 96.8, it looks like. It's a good place to pick up some Starbucks down here, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of a lowish volume shakeout, undercutting yesterday. Not really mad at this move. We'll see how it goes, but not really mad at it. All right, so sorry I wasn't here earlier, everyone. Had something I had to take care of. Um, couldn't avoid it. So I figured I'd jump on for a little bit, usually signing off at about this time, but just figure I'd kind of jump on. Hey, what's up, Rob? Yeah, I think they're trying to FUD the market out a little bit here. It is a Friday. Um, it is a Friday, and I think it kind of looks like they're trying to FUD the market out a little bit. So the Nasdaq's about flat over yesterday. You can see we've on my chart on the top right there. We've kind of moved up higher towards that range of distribution, right up on the echelon of it. Um, so far, been unable to really drop it much lower. Just kind of selling off what they bought up overnight, and kind of looks something similar with Starbucks right now is what they did here too. Oh, some SLV. What's that? I know it's a silver ETF. I think it is. Um, okay. Yeah. Personally, I don't know if I'd be buying up here. You know, I mean, I like the gold story and stuff like that. Silver's probably going to be good too. It's just hard to get involved up here, commission free or not. You know, if it's a smaller position where the commission matters, that's one thing. But if it's a position size where the commission is negligible, then don't let that fool you into getting into a position or something like that. Let's go see. We got Winnebago up here today. The other day was looking pretty decent, bouncing off that 200 Looks like it sold off pretty good yesterday, but higher lows overall, and then coming right back at it today is pretty good. Funco noted yesterday in the morning that was pretty good for a nice little bounce, and so far it's been bouncing. It ended up closing the day up another 50 cents, which is pretty good for a $20 stock, and looks like it's on its way up to that 25 level that we talked about yesterday. That ZTO getting over 20 ever so slightly and slowly, not really jumping up, kind of walking up, but that's okay too. Not too mad at that. Roku still making new highs pretty much every single day. Um, you just buy this on any dip, and it's just gonna do really good for you. I've got some options targets out here. I don't have a trade on for, but I may put that on today. CTO BLD still looking pretty good. Kiwi still looking great. Sherman Sand Fox booking, doing good. MJ, not really doing so good quite yet. DR Horton looking good. Constellation Brands looking good. Still trying to, another kind of a long, low and slow multi-year base here. I love these. These are really nice. This one has had a huge move up here. So I think I've looked at this, and I don't believe this is a very good choice for my particular strategy. But for general stocks, that could be pretty good. Going from 204 up to 236, about 15%. And that's pretty much, you can probably expect more than that, but time horizon on that would be a bit of a consideration. Looks like AMD's up. Oh, it took me for a ride there. Stars again. Okay, tightening up into that range. Hopefully it'll blast off here at some point in time. INS still looking good. It's been looking good. GLD doing okay up here. Disney, Intuit, not bad. ESNT may at one point finally get rocking after a lot of A lot of weird sideways action. It actually looks like it put in a double bottom base here. So 16% lower. So this is a double bottom. It should be considered a base on base pattern. What a base on base pattern is, this is actually pretty good. Rob, were you in ESNT for a minute? I think you tried that trade. I think I tried it too here over this point. So this is what's called the base on base pattern. This is a very large double bottom pattern. In fact, I'm not even sure this qualifies as a double bottom. Yeah, I guess it would. 37%. It's a little deep, but I think it would still qualify. So this is your first double bottom, and since then, it's gone to put in a smaller double bottom base here. So there's your breakout point. Went up 11%, so it doesn't qualify as a second stage base. For it to qualify as another stage base, a rally would have to be over 20%. This one is definitely not over 20%. And it went on to form an immediate another base, in this case another double bottom. So you have another breakout point. Over here, about 50 bucks. So ESNT with a second base, and this is known as a base on base, where you have one base and it rallies less than the base amount typically, which is 20%, and then forms another base. In this case, it would be another double bottom. So two double bottoms here on ESNT, and you've got $50 as a breakout point. Base on base patterns are very powerful, by the way. Very powerful. All right, Twilio down by the 200. Not giving up on it yet. Still on the actionable list. EPAM tightening up there. Real Page, waiting for a breakout on that one. Chipotle Mexican Grill, still walking higher. HEI, Match.com, doing okay. Not the best, but okay. Grifols, Take-Two Interactive, JD, all doing kind of some normal fuddy things. Nothing outrageous, nothing crazy. Starbucks still looking pretty good here. Yesterday on Starbucks, we had a pretty good day. Today looks like hopefully it's just a shakeout day. That's what I'm hoping. This is a good. I did enter a little bit more in my position this morning, just a little bit ago before I came on the stream. Like I said, I was stuck in doing something I couldn't avoid, which was a good thing, not a bad thing. Yeah. So hopefully this is just a move lower. And this spike here hopefully can be a bottoming spike, as it's fairly large. It's on the same scale of this one. 2,700 shares traded there. Oh no, wait. 132,000 shares traded there. 122,000 shares traded there. So hopefully this is a bottoming area for Starbucks, and just a nice area to pick up some position. And then we can continue on higher with this as it looks like it. The volume needs to be higher for it to really start going, but maybe that'll take a week or so for it to start. That's the best case scenario. Other than that, it's going to be a interesting trade. Carvana still up here doing okay. Lope, not great. MDCO consolidating after some really nice moves after a phase 3 clinical trial win. Shopify pulling back. Atlassian really breaking through that 50-day today. And volume so far looks fairly heavy. You can see we're about half of average volume. We're a little over half of average volume. And we're only, an hour and 15 minutes into the day. So this will probably be a fairly large sell candle. This would be your time to exit Atlassian as it goes on. Usually what happens when things undercut the 50-day like this, they go on to form bases. So this could finally go on to form a base after what has been a really crazy run. Pretty wide run too. This thing chops around significantly. Lots of touches on the 50-day. Lots of touches on the 50-day. Kind of weird. And then Overstock, which has been pretty wide and choppy, looks like giving up what could have been a really nice rally. Not coming to fruition here. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah. Anyway, just figured I'd jump back on. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging completely today. Sorry I couldn't be on earlier and on time. And now I'm going to go yell at my kids. All right, guys. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Take it easy.